Most people know that IP addresses exist, but have you ever wondered what makes up an IP address? In this episode of Cisco Tech Talk, I'll explain IPv4 addresses for beginners. IP version 4, IPv4 addresses uniquely identify a device on an IP network. They are 32 bits in length and are typically displayed in a format known as dotted decimal. The 32 binary bits are divided into a network portion and a host portion. They are broken into 4 octets, each separated with a dot. Each octet contains 8 bits. 192.168.15.1 is an IPv4 address in dotted decimal format. 255 in the last octet can signal a broadcast address. No octet can go higher than 255. IPv4 addresses can be converted to binary. Binary is a system where numbers and values for each bit are expressed as zeros and ones. On the screen, you can see the dotted decimal example and how it looks when it is written out in binary. In the early years of networking, every device that accessed the internet had a unique, routable public IP address. The addresses were running out too quickly though, so a new plan was put into place. 2 different classifications of IPv4 addresses, public and private. Groups of private IP addresses were set aside for any home or business to use. Since they're private, they don't have to be unique to everyone, just unique within your home or business. This is called your local area network, LAN. Public IP addresses are used to uniquely identify a device on the internet. So you will need a public IP address to reach through the internet. Some companies pay for exclusive rights to a public IP address and attach it to a domain name like software.cisco.com or google.com. This makes their website consistently reachable. Luckily, if you don't need a permanent public IP address, you can just be assigned a temporary one. It may change over time, but there is no cost besides paying your internet service provider for access to the internet. A process called Network Address Translation, NAT, is used to keep everything flowing. I won't dig into NAT in this video, but if you want more information, follow the link in the description. With IPv4, there are 5 classes of IP addresses, from Class A to Class E. Since Classes D and E are reserved for other purposes, you will use Class A, B, or C for your LAN. Each of these provides a predetermined range of possible network and host addresses. For devices in the LAN to communicate, they need to be in the same network. Class A networks use a 10.x.x.x pattern. The network portion is the first octet of the IP address, the 10. The last 3 octets represent the host portion. Class B networks on a LAN use 172.16.x.x to 172.31.x.x. Class C is a 192.168.x.x network. Addresses use a 192.168.x.x pattern. Class C is commonly used for smaller sized networks. By default, Cisco routers typically come with the LAN address of 192.168.1.1. Cisco switches usually come with the default address of 192.168.1.254. Each of these networks has a corresponding subnet mask. A subnet mask is also a set of numbers with 4 octets. It represents the size and range of IP addresses within a subnet. On your LAN, you can have addresses get automatically assigned by using a dynamic host control protocol, the DHCP server. You can assign them statically yourself, or you can do a combination. The most common devices that have static IP addresses set are servers, routers, and printers. This is done for consistent reachability. It depends on your needs. Just make sure each IP address is unique within the LAN. If you use a DHCP server, you can assign a pool of addresses it can use, And then the other IP addresses can be used for manual assignment. There you have it, some basic knowledge about IPv4 addressing and how it can work for you. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.